friends, Paul here in the RoJoBe Music Workshop, and welcome to the September 2023 shop update. Okay, so I've got a lot to show and talk about today, so I'm going to dispense with my normal waffling and just get straight into it. So, in a previous video, I showed my thickness sander attachment I made for my oscillating spindle sander, and I showed it in its component parts and then basically, you know, put it all together, then put it on the machine and demonstrated how it works. Now, obviously, you know, screwing this thing to the base and, you know, putting the collars in for, you know, for the slide adjustment took a little bit of time. But I'm not going to be doing that every time. So now that the thing is together in one piece, it stays like this. I just wanted to break it down into its component parts and show you how I put the thing together. So now that it's, you know, it's all one complete unit, all I do when I want to use it is put the big spindle on my sander, the one that fits this, and then bolt this down to the table with the bracket setup I've got there, and the other screws fitting to go in there. So it takes literally a couple of minutes to attach it to the table and to take it off again when, you know, when I don't need it. So, you know, it stays together in this formation. I don't need to, you know, take it all apart every time. It stays together. So when I want to use it, bolt it down to the table, boom. And I also I bought some new ones of these, and because the ones that were in there, they were a little bit, I shaved them down a bit too much, and they were loose fitting, so I've put some new ones in there. So that's working a bit better. Okay, so that's that piece. One second. Okay, what's next? All right, so I've got a pack of 24 acrylic paints, and I've also got, where are they? A pack of fine paintbrushes as well, various sizes and angles, and there's some really fine point ones there, and some larger paintbrushes. Now, the reason I got these, not so much for hand painting, although I will be doing some, but I want to try and basically water these down to use in my my little airbrush kit. I forgot what it's called. So I want to try and use this kit. So I got those, I do have some acrylic paints, but I didn't have many left, so I thought I'd just buy a new pack. And in a future project or experiment, I'm going to try and use these through my airbrush kit. But as I said, I will be doing, I'm not particularly good at, you know, hand painting and things like that, but I will have a go at a couple of things. Okay, so that's the paints. Now, I have a countersink bit, and it's wearing out, it's blunt. So I bought some more. I bought a set of 6 of them. 1 second. Okay, 6 of them in various different sizes. Now the one that I have is 6 flutes, you know, each cutting piece on each tool. These only have 3. These are for wood only. But I have also got some metal ones on order as well. So I can't remember what sizes these are. It is written on them actually, hold on. So the smallest one is small. I can't actually see that. 6.3 mil. And the largest one is not written on there. Okay, well anyway, it doesn't matter. So those are the 3. Those are the 3 bigger ones, and we've got 3 smaller ones there. So 6 different sizes, but as I said, they're for wood only. and I do have some metal ones coming as well, a set of 3. I'm going to have a go at sharpening that countersink bit I've got, but I might not be able to. But what I might do is if I can sharpen it, I'm going to use that one, put a wooden hand or wooden or plastic handle on it and use it as a hand tool. So, you know, that's another little project I'll do in the future. Okay, moving on to a set of Forstner bits. Now I've got to be careful these don't fall out. Okay, Forstner bits. Forstner. So these are for, you know, boring holes in wood, and these go from 15mm up to 35mm. 15, 20, 25, 30 and 35mm. Forstner bits they're called. So these are good for removing a lot of material quickly, and I'm going to be using these on my Sanshin and Shamisen builds later on, plus many other things. Okay, so that's that. Another kit I've got this hole boring kit. You see there's several blades on there, and you know, obviously you just use one at a time. It just fits into a drill, and it's been very useful. I've used it many times. The only downside of this is because it has an open part on one side, they all do, sometimes it's not perfectly central. It doesn't cut central, and that can sometimes cause a problem. Also, the drill bit in the middle has gone quite blunt, and although I've tried to replace it, I don't seem to have one that where the shaft fits inside the slot in there, so I'm not able to change the drill bit in the middle. But I've bought a new set, and this set is different, and it comes with many blades from, what's that, about 12 or 13mm right up to, I don't know, that big one is 5 inch. That's what, I don't know, many millimeters. So there's a big set of them there, and they come with the drill attachments as well. So you know, it's a hole saw kit, 16-piece hole saw kit, and these ones are much better than my previous one because they don't have the gap at the side. They're a complete circle. It's an enclosed piece, so these will be much better than that other one. I'm going to be using that quite a bit as well, I should think. So that's that. Okay, I'm going to move on. So I already have a corded drill, which I've had for quite a few years, and I've used it a lot, and it's still absolutely fine. One tool I don't have, or didn't have, and really wanted was an angle grinder. So I was looking on my generic online shopping format for an angle grinder, and I found one that came in a kit with a drill. So I bought that. So it's an angle grinder and a drill. Okay, so first of all, let's just have a quick look at the drill. So this is a keyless chuck. It is a 13mm chuck. It's quite a small drill, and it's single speed. It doesn't have variable speed, which I was a little surprised about, but it's fine. As I said, it's a keyless chuck, just to twist the chuck with your hand. But for some reason, this kit came with a chuck key. I don't know why. It's probably, you know, the box itself is sort of generic, and they put different you know, items in there. But yeah, it came with a chuck key, completely useless, and that is for a 10mm chuck as well. But it came in the box with, you know, various drill bits and cutting wheels and things like that. So yeah, quite a useful bit of kit. And the angle grinder came with, I specifically got this one because it came with several attachments. So you've got the standard sort of grinding wheel there, And, one second, let me just get them out of the bag. A thin cutting wheel, so that'll be really useful. And also this dangerous looking thing, a saw cutting blade. Not sure I'll use that, but maybe, I don't know. It also came with this attachment that you can put a sanding disc on, and I've got a big box of spare sanding discs that are the same size as this, with the Velcro fitting, so that's really good. So we've got probably 3 dozen spare sanding discs for that, various grits as well. And it also comes with a little buffing pad. So this is going to be a really, really useful tool, and I'm going to be using that on the Sanshin and Shamisen builds as well. What? Yes. We've also got this cutting blade, which I believe is for stone, I think. Yeah, so it's quite a good kit. It came with all the bits and pieces, so that is going to be really useful. I wanted an angle grinder for ages. I don't know why I've not bought one before. So now I've got one, and it came with a drill and many attachments, so that is ideal. Absolutely perfect. Really pleased with that. Okay, so what we got? One item left. And it's kind of, this is another tool I've wanted for a long time as well, and finally got one. It was actually cheaper than I was expecting it to be. And it's a pretty big tool, so just bear with me a sec. Right, okay. Table saw. It is literally a table saw. It's quite small. It's a big item compared to everything else I've just shown, but it's a small sort of tabletop one. Again, fairly cheap. Not high quality, high end, but it's gonna do what I need it to do. It came with the fence, not a great one, but it will do the job. Got the guard on there. Dust extraction as well here. Oh my god, that's heavy. And that again I will be using for the Sanshin and Shamisen builds. Yeah, so as I said, I've wanted one of these for quite a long time, and just decided it was time to get one. The only downside of this, which is for safety reasons really, is, let me see if I can pick that up, how much the blade sticks up above the table. It's about 2 inch, 50 mil, thereabouts, and it's an 8-inch blade, but you don't want it sticking right up in the air, because they're dangerous like that. So, but what it means is that there's limitations to what size wood I can cut, but again, that's a good thing for safety reasons. I don't want to be putting 4x4 posts through there, or big planks or anything. This isn't made for this. This is not an industrial machine. It's a hobbyist machine, really. Ooh. But something I really wanted and really needed, so I got it. I think that's everything. There was 8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was something else. Ah, it's there. Okay. Right. That's all of the tools, gadgets, and gizmos. But actually, that table saw, I did make a tiny modification to that. The guard or the plastic surround that goes around the blade where it goes through the table. It's just a plastic guard, so you haven't, things don't go down the side of the blade, because obviously that can be dangerous too. And it's just a plastic surround, and it's got 2 screws, one at each end, but they're both to one side. So at the front, where you feed the workpiece through, there was a little lip on that plastic surround, and it was sticking up. So that, is kind of pointless. Excuse me. So I drilled a hole and put another screw in there, the other side, to pull it down flush with the table, and that's done the job. So good enough. Now, in a previous video, I showed you this belt which came off of my chop saw, and obviously it's not much good anymore. And I said I had another one on order. Well, it's arrived, so it's time to change it. So let me just take the camera over to my chop saw. Let's see how that looks. It's not the best angle actually. Let me just put it over here. Oh, sorry, bear with me 1 second. Okay, that's a bit better. Let me zoom in a bit. I'm going to have to put the camera down a little bit too. Ooh. Okay, how does that look? Just go up a bit more. Okay. Right, so let me just put a light on as well. Oh. How's that? That's not too bad. Except I'm going to need to be that side, so just move that light back a bit. What's that? Yeah. Okay, so I've got the new belt here. The material feels a little bit different to the original one. The original one was kind of silicone-y type feel, and this feels more plasticky, but it's probably nylon, and I would suggest that this is going to be at least as strong as the original. So, it's time to fit this new belt. Okay, so now I know from taking the old one off that this is going to be pretty difficult to get back on. So I'm just going to put it on the smaller wheel first, which is the motor, and then put the large wheel for the actual disc itself in there. And then I'm going to try and stretch it over the shaft here to put it on. Just leave that out of the way. Okay. Should be alright. Okay, so yeah. There should be an easier way of doing this, and I thought that there might be some kind of adjustment, tension or something, but there isn't, so I've got to try and persevere doing it this way. I'm sure people will say in the comments how I'm doing it completely wrong, but I can't see any other way of doing it really. Oh dear me, that is tight. Okay. Sort of going on, my battery is running down. Right. Come on, nearly there. Oh dear. Right, take a punt with a little rubber mallet. There she goes. There we go. That's got it. And I have got the wheel on the right way around, thankfully. So I need to walk that belt on there. There we go, that's going. One more. So there's grooves in these wheels, and there's, you know, ridges on the belt itself. Okay, that appears to got it right. Now I've got to put the key into this wheel here. It's not quite lined up, so I need to try and just turn that around a bit. So I'm going to just run the bolt in. Hold this wheel and then turn it. It's only got to go a fraction for that to line up. Where my battery does it go? Right, just turn that bit. There we go. That looks about right. Okay, run that bolt back out. Okay, put the key in. There we go. Is that the right way? matters. I think this can go in either way. Yeah, it's the same both ways. Just give it a little tap. And she's in. Okay, so I need large washer, small washer and the bolt. Okay. Now, I don't know how tight this should be, but I'm sure it should be pretty tight, so we're going to make sure that's tight. Okay. Ah, there's a locking pin here, why don't I use that? There we go, so that locks the wheel in place so it can't move, so you can tighten this up properly. That should do that. Right, so that's the belt on, looks good. So now I'll put the belt cover back on. That's just a Phillips. Make sure that's lined up properly. Right, grab a Phillips. Okay, there we go. Right, so that's that part back together. How are we doing for time? Okay, so that's the belt on. I've got to put the switch mechanism and everything back on, but I'm running out of time and running out of batteries. So that's going to be it for today, for September's shop update. And the next video will be hopefully part 2 of the shamisen sanshin build. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, please give a like and leave a comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell. And if you know of any friends, family, colleagues, etc. that might be interested in these videos, please share them with them and get them to subscribe as well. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I want to thank you again all for watching. Please look after yourselves, look after each other, and we will see you soon. Peace out.